YouTube, Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be basically taking a first look at this 49ers at Cowboys wildcard playoff game. It's going to be Sunday at 4:30 on CBS, which basically means I would believe Tony Romo and Jim Nantz will be commentating that. The 49ers, for some weird reason, have been on CBS a lot this year, more than they have on Fox. I don't know why that is. I don't know if the 49ers, if they made a switch to CBS. I don't know what it is. I mean, the game last week against the Rams was on Fox. It seems like Joe Buck and Aikman usually do the NFC games, but they will be commentating the Bucks and Eagles game at 1 o'clock. So as for the Niners and Cowboys, I'm not sure who will be the commentators. I would think because it's the playoffs, should be Tony Romo and Jim Nantz, but I could be wrong. I guess we'll just have to find out. But that game is on CBS. So, like I said, 4:30 game. It's right after the Bucks and Eagles. So that's going to be obviously a massive game for both Cowboys and the 49ers. I mean, it's playoff time. You win, you advance, you lose, and you're out. So I would expect both teams to be fully prepared for this game. As for the Cowboys have been a pretty explosive offense all year. They've put up 40-plus points, 50-plus points in consecutive games, and they did it more than probably 4 or 5 times this season. They put up 56 against Washington. They put up 44 against the Giants, 35 against the Patriots, a really good Patriots defense, 36 against the Panthers, 41 against the Eagles. I don't know if I've already said that or not, but this, long story short, and then obviously last week they just put up 51 on the Eagles again. So they put up 41 on the Eagles and 51 on the Eagles this season, which is pretty impressive. So obviously we know, this Cowboys offense is very explosive, and the 49ers are obviously going to have to be playing on their A game to stop Dak Prescott and whatnot. But either way, this 49ers team can win this game, and they can do it, I think, by, making sure Elijah Mitchell's involved, making sure that, the run game's working. I think the biggest X factor for the 49ers is who it's been all season, and that's Deebo Samuel. I think, if Deebo Samuel can have a game like he did last week against the Rams, or just a game, that, where he's running the football, where he's catching passes. I don't know if any Niners fans know this, but 49ers are undefeated when they rush Deebo Samuel 5 times in a game. Every time we've rushed Deebo Samuel more than 5 times, we have won every single game. So I would expect that trend to continue. I think they should run the ball with Deebo Samuel, run the ball with Elijah Mitchell, get Deebo Samuel in the passing game. And I think also George Kittle would be another player that I think will have a massive game. I think if they can get Kittle involved, obviously that's going to open up stuff for Deebo Samuel. It's going to open up stuff for the run game to work. And obviously that play-action passing game should work as well, if the 49ers can run the ball well against this Cowboys defense. Cowboys have a really good defense. Michael Parsons, as a rookie, I knew Michael Parsons was going to be good. I don't think anybody really expected him to be as good as he is. But Michael Parsons is he's a stud, and I think will get to Jimmy Garoppolo. I think the biggest thing for the 49ers is they have to hope that Trent Williams is back and able to play. As of right now, I believe his game status is questionable, or it's up in the air. But I think if the 49ers can get K'Wan Williams back, K'Wan Williams was out last week. I believe he may have had COVID or something like that. So I believe he was out, but the 49ers really, really, really need, really need to get Trent Williams back. I mean, Trent Williams, obviously, arguably the best left tackle in the game. He's a main reason why this 49ers run game, works. It was Joe Staley last year or 2 years ago, and Trent Williams came in for Joe Staley, and he is filling his shoes perfectly. So Trent Williams is going to be a big, big, big help to this 49ers team as long as he can play. The Cowboys have a pretty good pass rush, and they got Trayvon Diggs back there in the secondary. So Cowboys have a really good defense. It's a young defense, and they play hard, and they're a fast defense as well. I've kind of noticed watching the Cowboys this season. So, for Zeke Elliott, the 49ers need to try. I don't know which Zeke Elliott's going to show up. Seems like Zeke some games will be slower as a runner, and then next week he'll pick it up back in gear, and he almost looks faster than he does in some games compared to others. So I think the 49ers, I don't think Zeke is as important as he used to be, but he is still a top running back, and he will still, take over. I believe he can still take over a game, and, that's the last thing the 49ers need to happen. But Cowboys have got the best of the Niners since, they played last. I believe they played in 2017 or 2018, and the Cowboys kicked our ass, and it was in San Francisco. So the only thing, to even this out is the 49ers going to Dallas, beating the Cowboys, kicking them out of the playoffs, and advancing to the next round to either play, I believe, if we beat the Cowboys, we would play the winner of the Bucks and Eagles in the divisional round. I believe, don't quote me on that, and don't take that and run with it, but I'm pretty sure the winner of the 49ers-Cowboys game will play the winner of the Eagles-Bucks game. So, everything's on the table. This 49ers team can easily beat this Cowboys team. The Cowboys are not the best team in the NFC. I would think the Bucks are better than them, and the Packers are better than them. The Cowboys they have a very good team this year, but something with the Cowboys, it seems like every year they get into the playoffs, they always choke. There may be Cowboys fans watching this, and I'm sure they would even admit it. The Cowboys, if there's any team in the NFC that could possibly lose first round and nobody would be really surprised, that would definitely be the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are better than the Rams and the Cardinals, even though the Cardinals beat them, just a couple weeks ago. But I do think that if the 49ers run game is working, if Deebo Samuel's, he's getting involved and whatnot, which obviously, Deebo's going to be involved every game, but if he can kind of take over the game, the 49ers are in a very, very good spot to win this football game. Another thing, obviously, would be for Jimmy G to limit as many interceptions and as many turnovers as he possibly can. He was okay against the Rams. He kind of evened everything out on that game-winning drive. But everybody knows Jimmy G is consistently inconsistent, and he is one bad throw away from completely changing the whole momentum of a game. And the Cowboys know that, and the Cowboys are probably going to be playing on their heels. Wouldn't be surprised if Trayvon Diggs maybe gets a pick here or there. But Jimmy G's got to play smart. The 49ers need to stick to their identity. Like I said, they're undefeated when Deebo Samuel runs the ball more than 5 times a game. So if they can do that, get Deebo Samuel involved not only in the passing game but the running game, this Niners team can win. George Kittle, I would expect to kind of be a factor in this game. Over the past couple games, he's kind of really been a non-factor. George Kittle really helps in our blocking game, though. Every Niners fan knows that, but everybody wants to see George Kittle get the ball. The 49ers are a better team when George Kittle's involved and he's getting passes and whatnot. So, not only the Cowboys have to watch out for Deebo, but they also have to watch out for George Kittle. I mean, that guy can also take over a game. Everybody knows that. So, as long as the Niners can stick to their identity and run the football, I think we'll win this game. Even though the Cowboys are favored, 3 points, that doesn't mean shit. The Rams were favored, I believe, 3.5 last week, up 17 at halftime, up 14 at halftime. and the Niners come back and beat them. It was a 17-point comeback. We outscored them 27-7 after the second half. So Cowboys, I think if the 49ers come out and they're off to a slow start and they let the Cowboys get up to 17-0, that's going to be very hard to beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys are not the Rams. We are playing a Cowboys team with Dak Prescott, not a Rams team with Matt Stafford. And now I'm not saying Matthew Stafford's bad by any means, but obviously the 49ers are going to have a better shot to come back on Matthew Stafford than they are Dak Prescott, I think. Because I genuinely think the Cowboys have a better team than the Rams. On roster, it doesn't. I think on roster the Rams have a better team, but overall, when you're looking at the Cowboys and Rams play, the Cowboys are more in sync with each other. I think they understand their team better. They understand who their identity is. The Rams just got all this star power this season in Odell and Von Miller, and I think they're kind of still getting used to building that chemistry. So I think that's a pivotal part as to why the Rams haven't beat the 49ers, is because the 49ers know who they are. They know their identity more than probably anybody in this league. And, that's another reason, they can win this football game. So, it'll be a great, first wild card game. That's arguably going to be the best playoff game on this weekend. So, hopefully the Niners are on their A game. Hopefully there's no really turnovers from Jimmy G. Obviously you're not surprised if there's one or two turnovers, but at the end of the day, this 49ers team just needs to do, what they can and do as much as they possibly can to win this game. So with that being said, just kind of want to come on here and talk about this Niners game. This is not the preview video. It's kind of just first thoughts. But, yeah, hopefully Trent Williams, K'Wan Williams, comes back healthy. And because obviously, they are a big part to the defense and the offense. And, with the Cowboys having a pretty good rush defense, Trent Williams being back would help massively. So hopefully we can get some reinforcements back against the Cowboys. And stay tuned. There's going to be videos all week on this game. And, with that being said, as always, go Niners. And see you guys in the next one.